Chapter 9 of the Roberts Gambit. Your heart thuds in your ears as Veronica's mouth twists in anger. There's something that I don't think you two understand, so allow me to be crystal clear. Hold your breath, anticipating the worst. The warm-up rounds are over, you two. I won't continue to put my heart in the path of cads and imbeciles. Oh, right, of course. You throw a relieved glance towards Jack, but his face is still stricken with guilt. I know I screwed up with Antonio, Veronica, I'm sorry, but you know firsthand how finding the right person can just take time. I don't have time. If I don't choose a successor by the time divorce proceedings are finished, I might be forced to sell my shares back to the investors. And they are all cozy with Richard. I know him. He'll buy all the shares and ruin the company just to spite me. Veronica slaps her hand on the top of the desk, standing to walk to the window. I need you two to start taking this competition seriously. Veronica, we are taking it seriously. We flew across the country to get you out of a date with a total douche. Jack was worried beyond for you. We can't help that some dates go bad, but if we didn't take this seriously, we wouldn't still be trying to find the right person for you. Her shoulders sag as she sighs. I know, and I appreciate all the effort you're putting into this. I shouldn't have been so harsh, but the deadline is getting to me. Veronica, not to question your methods or anything, but why does your successor have to find your love? If you need to name your next CEO on short notice, is the competition really the wisest course of action? The average client cancels their membership due to a successful match within the first month. I don't see why I should hold myself to a different standard. But they managed to find love, whereas I, even with the best matchmakers on the case... She trails off, gazing out the window. The common denominator in all those failings has been me. What if I'm the problem? I want to think there's someone out there for me. Veronica... It'll happen, you just have to let it. I know you're worried about the deadline, but if that's all you're thinking about during this process, of course it'll bog you down. As much as you want to go out and find love, you also have to be able to let love find you. Didn't we get 2 dates in a row right? And Jack has flubbed his up royally, so we are doing our job perfectly fine. I hear you, Luna. I know the path to love is often a straight line, and I'm not used to feeling powerless over my own destiny. She shakes her head and her no-nonsense demeanor returns. I need to choose my successor before the divorce is finalized. I know you can handle my company if you find me love in that time. With divorce proceedings closing in, I have no choice but to put fires under both of you. We won't disappoint you again, Veronica. Good. If I'm not blown out of the water by a match soon, I might have to give up on this process entirely. You give Jack a wary look. It's impossible to read as you duck out of her office and head back into yours. The two of you head back to your office, where Maggie is waiting for you. So, what did Veronica want to talk to you about? Jack closes the door, his shoulders drooping. You sit down at your desk with a sigh. She's giving us a deadline. She's scared she'll have to sell her shares if she hasn't picked one of us by the time the divorce goes through. I've known her a long time. She's spiraling. The time pressure from the divorce combined with less than great dates has jaded her. But we have to make sure Two's Co. stays in the right hands. Chiefly not Richard's. You sound like you have a plan. I have exactly one, and to be honest, it's a risk. No, you want to run her through the Gambit? What's the Gambit? The Roberts Gambit is a matchmaking tactic invented by Veronica for the most finicky clients. You send a client into a room with a whole bunch of people who are potential options, and we tell them to find their own match. That's brilliant. It lets you weed out what the client really wants versus what they think they want. I can't guarantee it'll work, but if we work together on this, I think we can get Veronica back on board with the competition. Working together again. You sure like working together. What can I say? I knew you're up to the long, hard hours it takes to succeed. Don't try to soften me up. I'm ready to play dirty to win. Should I leave? Maggie, hi, nice to see you. You're interrupted by a knock on the door. Maggie goes to answer the door, and in comes probably Jeremy. Oh, look at that. Jeremy holding the creepiest doll you've ever seen. Oh God, why is it staring? He sighs when he sees all three of you. Oh joy, the entire peanut gallery is here. Jeremy, what do you want and what the hell is that doll? No need to be so snappy. Veronica told me to deliver you this gift, if it can be called that. From Neil, your most recent client. You know the weird one with the puppet? We remember. Well, anyway, he canceled his subscription to become exclusive with Sharon, and thinks this horror counts as some sort of thank you. He shoves the doll in your arms. Thanks. This is sweet. I'm not quite sure what to do with it, but I appreciate the sentiment. I'm glad Neil's happy. That makes one of us. I would have happily never looked at such a thing. Hey, Jeremy, mind grabbing us some coffees while you're up? I'm not the office errand boy, thank you very much. Stomps out and slams the door behind him. Maggie plucks the doll out of your arms and puts it on the shelf behind your desk. I think the doll's sweet. You can keep it next to your picture of Isabel and Molly. That's the two clients you helped find love for. I know you'll do the same for Veronica. That works a smile out of you, and you turn back to Jack feeling more determined. So, Robert Gambit, let's go for him. We need to find someone for Veronica before it's too late. Letting her pick seems like the best option. We'll need a venue in New York City. We can book short notice, and as many potential matches as we can find. Well, we can use the stockyard. Business has been going better, and a full house will even help more. Great. Now we just need to round up as many matches as we can. Anybody left in the database that doesn't suck? Well, technically your father. Maggie nudges you. He's not in our database, but Veronica really seemed to click with your dad. Don't remind me. You bunker down in the office for the rest of the afternoon. A blur of phone calls, begging clients to show up tomorrow and take out food. The foggy amount of time passes, and somewhere in the chaos of your work, the sky has gone dark, and city lights begin to brighten the evening. Okay, I think I just got our 15th guy to commit. Make that 16. 18. I thought you two could keep up. Maggie lets out a long yawn. Well, you've kept up more than enough, Maggie. Go home and get some rest. Jack and I will finish up the plans for the Gambit. Got it. Looks like we're the last ones in the office. Don't forget to lock up on your way out. As Maggie leaves, you slump into your chair and groan. I wish Veronica could have gotten divorced like a normal woman. All the sneaking around fighting your dates is exhausting. I hear you, but silver linings, right? We pretty much got the Gambit all planned out. You start grinning. Jack raises his eyebrows. Okay, what's that weird look for? The doll has possessed me. And just thinking about how we worked together all afternoon. We didn't even argue once. You know what that means. You're finally coming around to the way I do things? Or maybe we're meant to work together. I mean, I am a great teammate. Says the person who doesn't even work with an assistant of his own. No, I think I'm the special one here. You can work with me, but not with anybody else. Special, are you? He steps close to you, playfully taking your hands. You pull him even closer, so you can feel his body heat against you. I mean, relationships are about helping each other when the other needs it, and your Gambit idea does help me. And me. And me. Are you playing some sort of mind game on me? Is it working? It is kind of making me want to admit I like the vibe we had going this afternoon. I guess teamwork isn't all bad. You run your hands up his arms, keeping your tone light. I think you and I make a fantastic team. We're all about teamwork life. Just two teammates working hard. You could always say we have great... Oh no, chemistry's gonna do it. He suddenly catches you around the waist and pulls you flush against him. Chemistry. Oh, I called it. Don't all good teams, and on the topic of good teamwork, you got a lot of clients to commit to the Gambit. Color me impressed. This whole time, all I had to do was impress you, was to work in front of you. It's pretty attractive and cute. You have a lot of little habits I never noticed before. What? I don't have habits. Do too. Like, the way you... scrunch up your eyebrows when you're thinking. Jack lets out a surprised laugh. I do that? When you're looking through the client list, you get all serious and frowny and intense and makes all these little wrinkles. You press your thumb between his eyebrows. Right there. It's cute, but also you're gonna have the intense frown lines when you're old. Jack's gaze softens for a second and he leans in, bringing his lips close to yours. Didn't realize you were paying that much attention. Then his lips are on yours. You wrap your arms around his neck as he nips at your lower lip. His warm hands glide over your hips, seizing you close as you open your mouth to him. You suck in a breath as his tongue meets yours. Jack, here, really? There's nobody around but you and me. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, until Jeremy walks in the door looking for the doll again. You gasp as his teeth nip where your neck meets your shoulder, and you melt into his warm, swirling low in your belly. I thought we still had to work to get done. Last I checked, as long as we're in the office, we're working. You feel one of his hands reach to caress your breast through the top, the other moving to tease your zipper. What do you say? Want to stay late? Really nail things down for tomorrow? Diamond choice. Better lock the door. You know, I was never one to go home before a job was done. It's all he needs to hear. He kisses you ravenously, pushing you up against the wall. Trust me, you'll be done when I'm through with you. His thumb rolls over the swell of your breast through your clothes as his other hand reaches for your rear. You stifle a gasp into his lips, then bite down. He hisses and knead and pulls your hips flushes to his as you lick his lower lip. I'll be the judge of that. You push Jack onto one of the plush chairs, sinking your knees between his legs. He licks his lower lip where your teeth just were, legs sprawling open wider. But first, basically there was some teasing. Woman on her knees and all that. And then, some bell chick a wow in the office. Good old YouTube, cracking down more on the guidelines more than ever lately. Later, when you're both sated, you gather up your clothing and get dressed. We should hurry. The building security does a sweep of this floor about now. Yeah, but don't you work here? Seriously, didn't you also lock the door? Says the one taking a sweet time getting his clothes back on. Come here. He lifts his arms for you to slide his shirt on. As you do up the buttons, you catch his eye and find him grinning at you. Also, I have a question. What happens if Jeremy put a camera in that little doll? What? Just thinking about what security would say if they found us right now. You bat his shoulder playfully and he catches your hand. You knew security comes by this late and you still wanted to fool around. What can I say? The risk makes it more exciting. He darts forward for a quick but burning kiss. Before you've even caught your breath, he straightens out with a wink and a tugging you by the hand towards the door. Come on, let's get you home. We both need whatever sleep we can get to survive tomorrow. The next evening, you're an hour out from the Gambit mixer, finishing up preparations at the bar. Dan, the napkins at table 6 are uneven. They're gonna bother Veronica big time. I don't think she's even gonna notice. Well, it's bothering me big time. Gotta have all this be perfect. And you're doing all this just to see who Veronica clicks with? Desperate times. And before you ask, no, you aren't allowed to click with her. Why, you stupid ass? How am I supposed to avoid clicking? We hit it off so well before. I don't know. Talk about boring dad stuff, like golf and World War II. Oh, wow, okay. Your dad gives you a mock salute, but it looks half-hearted. Boring dad reporting for duty. You feel a prickle of guilt for what you're asking of him, and you walk over to place your hand on his shoulder. Dad, should I have not asked to use the stockyard for this? What? No. I want to be able to help you out tonight, Junebug, and this is great for business. Who would have thought we'd have to packed bar for your fancy new career? Proud of you, kiddo. I always wanted my success to be yours, too. Ever since losing Mom. Well, we're a team. We support each other. If that was the case, you'd support your dad and whoever he finds and clicks with. Remember back when the stockyard opened? You were in high school. Hell, we were closed the first year because of rental costs. So we left our apartment and moved in the top floor of this place. You said to me, Junebug, when you want something with your whole heart, put in every chip you've got. Your old man clearly had some wisdom left, but he forgot one part. Always put in my chips for you, too. Look at how far you've come. A month into this job, and you're matching your own CEO. She's a force of nature, that woman. His gaze drifts, and he smiles softly. Far away wanting in his gaze, you've seen on a client after client at the Spark. Dad, about Veronica, hopefully tonight, the fateful night for her and for you. Why don't you take the night off? I can man the bar, no problem. You deserve the break. Are you totally sure? Kick back, relax, Dad. I'll clean the place up for you afterwards and everything. What did I ever do to deserve you? Your dad hugs you and walks out of the bar. You hear him greet someone outside, and Jack enters. I didn't realize we were glitzing it up. My vanity compels me to look incredible whenever I can. What a terrible curse. Somehow I manage. Looks like everything is all set. Benji perks his head up from where he's been sleeping beneath the table, scurries over to jump up and let Jack's legs. The dog continues to be cute as shit. Roof. Look at you, all done up with your keg collar and everything. Who's a good boy? Benji down, you'll ruin Jack's clothes. Nah, he's fine. Besides, paw prints are good luck. Didn't you know? He bends down to scratch Benji behind the ears. Who's the cutest little bartender I've ever seen? Hey, cute bartender right here. Jack takes a moment to look into your eyes, and you feel a flutter in your chest. You recall the pleasure you both shared in your office. So how are you doing? Wondering what gave you the right to show up late. You didn't help with any of that setup, mister. This was my idea. Hey, I left to a setup genius. Place looks great, by the way. Don't think you can sweet-talk your way off the hook. You stand close to each other, staring in each other's eyes. When Jack suddenly closes his throat and holds out the garment bag he's been carrying. I actually have something for you. A good luck gift for tonight. I saw this and thought you'd look beautiful in it. You take the garment bag and noting the shimmering black fabric inside. Why am I getting deja vu? Did you pick out another dress for me? I guess you'll have to find out. Try it on, you'll like it. I'll be right back then. You take the dress up to your apartment, slip it on. The fabric falls luxuriously against your skin, cradling your curves and opulent silhouette. Wear the Queen of Hearts diamond dress. It's quite a nice black dress. You twirl around, appreciating your new dress for a moment. Longer before going down to show Jack. You were right. I look great. When Jack sees you, his breath catches. He takes a moment to recover. Damn, I have good taste. That's really all you've got? Hey, I made the dress, and you... Soon, all the matches have arrived. Veronica walks in, spots you and Jack at the bar, and hurries over. Jack, Luna, what is the meaning of this? I thought I was meeting your matches, not going to a party. Don't worry, you'll be meeting them. Don't tell me. They're somewhere in the crowd. They sure are. You're using my own Gambit against me. I invented this technique to deal with difficult clients. Uh-huh, and you're very difficult. I'm not that difficult, am I? Veronica, it's the best trick in the book for a reason. Think of it as a compliment. You're the only one smart enough to match yourself. I would hope you two would rise to the task. We have. We're using all the means available to us just like you taught us. What's important is that you end up with the right man, who's right for you. But Jack and I both think you need to figure this out and what that means. The whole point of the Gambit is to show you what your heart really wants. What'll make you happy. And your words, her eyes trail behind the bar, as though she's looking for someone, and then she looks over the crowd, pursing her lips. I suppose it's worth a shot. The Gambit's never failed before. Tentatively, she enters the throng of people. You and Jack walk. She begins chatting idly with a group. So between you and me, you actually did keep track of which clients you invited and which I did, right? No. I was going to tell Veronica whoever she picks is my match. But that's what I was going to do. Well, first one to claim them wins. Fine by me. Hope you like the taste of dust because you're going to eat mine. Oh, I've got the home field advantage. You'll never see me coming. Just remember who Veronica's closer with, and who she's more likely to believe. Anyway, you go on ahead and keep hovering back here. I'm gonna go do some scouting. Jack slips into the crowd. You scan around Veronica and see she's talking to a familiar man. Oh, jeez. Oh no, is it the cheese man? You slip through the throng and edge closer to Veronica. In your free time, you make artisanal cheese? Oh my god, it is him. Who okayed this man? Yeah, I've actually got a sample right here. He fishes around his pockets as a look of disgust grows on her face. Hey, how the hell did you get back in here? Out, out! Doug scurries away. You flash an apologetic look to Veronica, so he's like a rat. I hope he wasn't my match. Why? Not a fan of pocket cheese? Surprisingly, I prefer cheese sans pocket lint. Veronica sighs, a troubled look stealing over her face. Lunatic, I'm afraid the din of this crowd is giving me a headache. I'm not sure I was made for my own Gambit. But you haven't found your match. I know how a Gambit works. I invented them. I fear there is no true match for me here tonight. You've given it your all, but I'm tired. Time to nurse my ego with cheesecake and begin staring down the barrel of a solo retirement. Wait, Veronica. Let me get you a drink. Consider an apology for all the stress. It's the least I can do. And maybe all you need is a little liquid courage. At my age, I would hope I wouldn't still rely on alcohol for my courage. But alright, one drink. And if that doesn't change anything, then I'm leaving. You hurry to the bar to make her a drink. When you return, she's standing alone. She takes the drink and sips. Seems almost a shame I stole you away from your former career when you're this talented. Making drinks is great, but nothing like finding people love. Wait here a minute. I'll send someone your way. You spot a man near the edge of the crowd nearby, sipping a drink by himself. Shy man. Perfect. You walk up to the man with a beaming smile. Hey, how'd you like to meet the love of your life? Sounds scary, but I guess that's what I'm here for. You got any tips for me? Here's the tip. Grab a table away from the action. Something tells me neither of you likes being crowded in the middle of a bustling party like this. You mean me being a total loner didn't tip you off? Alright, I see a table open in the corner. That's the spirit. It's the woman right over there. Go get her, Tiger. You point out Veronica and watch him walk over. They talk amicably for a few moments, and then Veronica actually smiles before she puts a hand on the man's arm and shakes her head with an apologetic frown. You watch her make her way to the bar alone. This really isn't working. I don't know how much longer I can convince her to stay. Because she wants your dad. Just then you feel a tap on your shoulder, you spin around and see Ice cream rose. This looks familiar. Figured you might like a treat. Jack, what is this? Let's just say I was getting a little nostalgic. Figured I'd try and track down the vendor who sold us that ice cream last time in Viola. Call it me letting my impulses get the better of me. You left the Gambit to get me ice cream? You've been trying to hide it, but I can tell you're worried about how worried you are tonight. What better way to take your mind off of it than something sweet? You take the ice cream and your face swarming as your fingers brush his. He smiles at you like he doesn't even notice the people all around, and you can't help smiling back. This is really sweet. I have my moments. Careful, it's melting. Without seeming to think, he brings his hands to his lips and licks off the melting ice cream before kissing your knuckles softly. He freezes when he realizes what he's doing, and he doesn't pull back. His fingers are warm on yours, and as you hold his gaze, unable to look away, you realize... Jack... Luna... The Gambit shows you what your heart really wants. You aren't thinking of anyone but him. The two of you start to lean in towards each other. And that's when something over Jack's shoulder catches your attention. I bet you it's your dad. Yes, yes, yes! Your dad is behind the barn. You watch him slide Veronica a drink, and as you edge closer, you can hear the words accompanying a soft smile. You don't look too happy to be at your own party. Lucky for you, bartenders are expert listeners. Veronica meets Drew's eyes. They both fall silent, transfixed on each other. I see now. Drew, are you my match? Your dad hesitantly glances to you, but before you can react, he looks back at Veronica. I couldn't let our connection from last time go to waste. When I heard you'd be here tonight, it just felt like fate. I guess I'm lucky to get to reap the benefits of my daughter being a matchmaker. Wait, Luna is your daughter? Oh no. Your dad has made a move, and the truth is out in the open. How will Veronica take the revelation? Find out in the next chapter. I'll keep the music going, that's right. So, hopefully you all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you like to support me and my content. I love you, beautiful faces. Thanks for watching. Let me know how I did in the comment section below. I'm a little out of it. Kind of just... It's that season. Okay, it's that season. One, not feeling up to the best, but also two, allergies are kicking my ass. And also a little disheartened about, me being a creator, the platform where the channel stands, and just a million other things that I'm sure you guys don't care about, I know that I put 110% into myself. I put 110% into the content even when I don't feel good. I try and get it out there and give it my all, and I don't know, it just feels like it's never enough for you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching, much love, catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.